concerned.
I've done that shit with girlfriends.
He got tapes. He got tapes. This nigga's on audio saying he got tapes and pictures of you and that he can expose it at any time. I'm concerned. I'm gonna want to do something.
Listen. I know what people care about. That man, he cares about what y'all think. I don't care about what y'all think. Like, unfortunately, not trying to be funny. I appreciate my fans and people that are actually my fans and that love me. You understand?
Like a hoopy with jumping tables, it won't start. My Webster Ave niggas was eager to let the chrome spark. Doing juxes at the skate key, they from the old Bronx. Don't know what part of Brooklyn you from, but I'm from the cold part. Beef and broccoli Timberlands give you a still toe stomp.
Don't mince words. Zeus Network appears to be PBS Kids, as Remy Ma and emerging boxing sensation Claressa Shields are enmeshed in the chaos of this story, which has the internet officially on fire. But accusations flew faster than Claressa's left hook as what started off as adultery suspicions became a full-fledged media battle. But just when we believed the narrative had gotten out of control, Papoose, playing emotional hot potato, allegedly emailed Remy Ma a seductive video of him and Claressa straight to her email, which Remy then supposedly shared. Hooray! Today, we are discussing receipts and delving into the real events, including the custody chess game, the petty post, and the recording that is appending everything. The situation is becoming ugly and bitter, and black love has become a boxing fight. The Shade Room may be the only true victor, but it's not funny since a young girl is involved, and these three are just getting started with this dirty laundry. After waiting for her for 6 years while she was behind bars, Papoose officially announced his rebranding last week. Quietly and legally, he declared on Instagram that he had filed for divorce in May, but he clearly wanted everyone to know.
Pops up in my phone with the date that I wrote it. She had a certain individual who she was locked up with. It's a female. I ain't think nothing of it. So I caught her with this individual in our house while my daughter was on the bed with them.
He claimed in an Instagram story a few months ago that it's sad to say that Remy Ma's a narcissist. She chose to cheat on me, and he played the victim by accusing her of cheating on him in front of his child. She's playing the victim when I finally moved on, and I've made several divorce requests. In his most recent Instagram post, he claimed to have written most of Ray's songs, although she prefers to use social media to get influence.
So you want to downplay me as an artist? I wrote one of your biggest hits. I wrote 90% of the music since I've been with her. And if you type a keyword from any one of her verses, it pops up in my phone with the date that I wrote.
It was Remy Ma, who once acknowledged, "I'm admitting I got a reason pulled up," with Canon, who initially shared text records allegedly between Kissa and Papoose. As if a guy were finally establishing the foundation for empathy before the storm, the tone sounded calculated. This time, I want to be truthful. Remy wasn't done. She ruined his image during her more than hour-long Instagram live stream, exposing how long they had been teasing each other. The photo displays flirting texts and dates that don't even correspond with the timeline of the divorce.
Listen. I know what people care about. That man, he cares about what y'all think. I don't care about what y'all think. Like, unfortunately, not trying to be funny. I appreciate my fans and people that are actually my fans and that love me. You understand?
She accused Papoose of being insecure, saying that he was jealous of her success and that, out of the public eye, he was a saint and had manipulated her affections.
Nothing, because I have my own. I will take somebody who has nothing that treats me right. That's how I got with him. That treats me right. I will take somebody who has nothing that treats me right.
The most egregious thing was that she praised him while rephrasing the accusations of adultery as evidence of a deeper betrayal, emotional neglect, power imbalances, and years of feeling inferior.
Papoose, you have my lawyer's information. If you can't afford to retain a lawyer, since your lawyer that the number you gave us has not been retained yet, I told you I'll pay for it.
In the midst of this inner turmoil, Claressa Shields eventually found her niche.
The fuck? I literally told him, every time your current come up says my name or does something that I feel is trying to attack me in any type of way, I'ma drag you. I'ma drag you. And I haven't even been dragging them.
Now that Claressa was being called a homewrecker, she went live and said that they had been dating since the middle of August and that she didn't dissolve the marriage because it was already final. She then shared this little gem. "You guys are mad at me for loving a man who said he wasn't loved at home. Claressa, an Olympic gold medalist twice and an undefeated boxing champion, is also no unknown sidekick. She is known for having a temper. When put to the test,
I mean, yeah, it's the elephant in the room. I don't have to say it.
I don't know.
In his personal life.
Oh,
yeah, it's the elephant in the
okay.
room. Like,
Yeah.
but that takes time. And like I said, that's not my place to speak on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'll get handled.
social media was a wild ride, team. Papoose kept quiet until he didn't, as he released a second wave of a freestyle a few days later that was filled with emotional betrayal and lyrics that were clearly aimed at Remy. Claressa, according to others, was young, loved, and pressured. Remy and Team Claressa hashtags were trending.
Feel like a hoopty with jumping tables, it won't start. My Webster Ave niggas was eager to let the chrome spark. Doing juxes at the skate key, they from the old Bronx. Don't know what part of Brooklyn you from, but I'm from the cold part. Beef and broccoli Timberlands give you a steel toe stomp.
Then he wasn't trying to rap a testimony, but nobody was talking about the bars at all, and now they're talking about another inflammatory rumor.
I kind of was concerned thinking that he's blackmailing her because she's acting different. And he played some audio of him saying that he has videos and tapes and it will come out whenever he wants it to come out. So Pat was like, I called some people behind the scenes, like, yo, check on Rem.
Because Remy allegedly released it, which is known as his bluff. What happened next made it seem like child's play. The internet went crazy, and some began to speculate that Papoose had sent Remy those obscene tapes weeks ago not just as a passive confession, but as a deliberate psychological attack along the lines of, "Look what you pushed me to do. Look what I have now." It's incredibly unpleasant and repulsive if this is accurate. A short, graphic ghost of a video, created by someone close to her, entered the ecosystem and disappeared in a matter of seconds. It wasn't on TMZ or YouTube, but it was enough to inform us that war had broken out, ruined bridges, and demeaned Claressa. Claressa Shields entered the storm head-on as a side chick who broke up a marriage. "We've been living our best life since mid-August last year, and I truly cherished our private connection for a long time," she posted. She refused to be a villain and instead stood tall in the middle of this mess, and she didn't stop there. That's why all these people are judging the situation and don't know anything about Papa separating way before I came along. When Claressa made her first public appearance after the controversy at the BET Awards, she literally shone. Her tone was unquestionably confident and not defensive, and that's when her true power emerged.
Glowing, like you're glowing, and we know you've been very public with your new love in your life. He's right there. Hi, Papoose.
Papoose, what it do?
How does it feel having your relationship on display now in front of everybody?
Well, I've always been public in my relationships. I was taking a different route with Papoose because he is a celebrity, and I personally told myself I would never date celebrities.
Since this is real life, with all of its ups and downs and media circus, she made it clear to Remy Squad that they weren't ashamed of their love for one another.
He ain't never gonna show y'all his shit.
Okay.
He show y'all mine, but it's one time he almost hit me and I said, man. but he punched really, really fast and hard. And I'm just happy that he loves the sport like I love boxing.
Good.
So I don't think I can beat Pap up in a fight, but I also tell him, don't play with me.
Remy Ma shared a screenshot of Papoose's phone with this caption last winter because Papoose foolishly fell asleep on the phone while Claressa Shields was lying in my house. He won't go, even if he is a world champion boxer, and he got scared when she heard my voice. The argument between Claressa Shields and Remy Ma has been going on for months, but in a matter of minutes, Claressa changed the course of events rather than crawling out because she was just another woman. "I'm telling everyone now, oh darling daughter, you're not alone," Claressa writes to Pap in one of her interviews. "You accept responsibility. You are the one who is married. Remy allegedly stole these screenshots of Pap's phone while he was deceased. It shouldn't be a big deal to let me know you made it home safely or to communicate that you fell in love if you can't at least sleep on the phone with me or be with me in person. I'm tired, and he would never F you because you're ugly. But don't worry, I saw everything now, and the world is going to see it because you're such a tough boo. Ma continued by accusing Claressa of launching a smear campaign against her while sleeping off in a car. You must take action regarding this girl today, even if I know you detest online gaming. When they see this, my PR team will go crazy. So you figured this chick is Remy. I would like flowers, I responded, telling Pebbles and Claressa that I had requested gifts. I'm having hallucinations. I need time allotted to me. I'm having hallucinations. I'm not sure how to feel. If you recently turned 30 and it's said that you met a 47-year-old man 8 months ago, one whom I've known since you were 10, and he has Claressa, the first lady of this new administration, looked like she owned the red carpet at the BET Awards, with her curvy, glowing skin and glowing Papoose holding her hand. Remy skipped the event, and her absence was noticeable as she posted about celebrating her birthday in Mexico, looking orange, and living her best life without any drama. She had 4 biological children, including a 6-year-old baby, and promised, "You a newborn, so please don't talk." As we all know, Remy and Pap got into a heated argument. On June 9th, Claressa posted a photo of herself and Pap at the BET Awards on X. "You know he has to be your age," she said. "The fake biggest couple of the year, DDG and Hi, will not last," another user commented. "I would give it a maximum of 1.5 years, and that's pushing it," Quiver said in response to Claressa's post. In response to that one as well, she said, "Dummy. We've been together for a year, but how many more hate mail letters does she have the stamina to reply to?" Furthermore, beneath her response, another person raised the central question of the drama: why are you praying for the deaths of others? It seems like people are forgetting that the story is about real people and a 6-year-old girl who is caught in the middle of an impending trauma. Speaking of that child, let's talk about nostalgia. Today, Mackenzie graduated from kindergarten. She is everything, so when we were taking pictures, she would say no. Remy Ma commented, "My twin reminisces," and first shared a plethora of cute pictures of herself looking like a Grammy winner in white. Mackie is the real VIP in this story. It seemed like a storm had stopped for one day so that this young child could shine while the adults were out there throwing virtual fists. "I want my face to be in the sun again, mama." Unbelievably, Papoose also displayed his tender side by sharing a mix of new and old baby pictures, bringing back memories of the most adorable and amazing child in the world. He ended the post with the words, "The greatest fatherhood is hood." For a brief moment, we believed we were watching the Ride or Die duo from Love and Hip Hop instead of the digital divorce court celebrities they were accompanied by. Just a few weeks ago, Papoose publicly accused Remy of spending Christmas with battle rapper Easy the Block Captain while he stayed at home and performed a solo Santa. This was a brief display of maturity, but it's important to remember that they knew how to support their daughter, even if they couldn't stand one another any longer.
You know what I'm saying? Like that. And if you want to keep it a bean, if you want to tell the real story, I was on the whole opposite side from you. And I was just like, yo, I don't want to meet them.
While Claressa was threatening Remy with a genuine boxing battle, he said, "I've been waiting like, yo, get the f out of the crib. And I'm glad to be moving on."
Just want it out.
At this point, the girl leaked my number.
What? Your actual telephone number?
So at this point, you can give me $1 and I'm gonna give you.
But that was the level of tension we were talking about at the time. Claressa is saying that fighting over a guy is beneath her, and she only said that because, quote unquote, drama sells. She later retracted her remarks in an interview teaser saying, "Don't leak my number, and I won't hunt you down." So, yes, according to Claressa's, she is out there leaking her personal information, and speaking of leaked things, it gets wilder. Let's go back to the time when this whole digital war zone really went nuclear. The tape hasn't been seen in its entirety, and it wasn't trending on YouTube or TMZ, But don't be fooled, the whispers are loud, and if there's one man who knows how to stir the pot, it's Joe Budden.
I kind of was concerned thinking that he's blackmailing her because she's acting different. And he played some audio of him saying that he has videos and tapes and it will come out whenever he wants it to come out. So I'm concerned.
I've done that shit with girlfriends.
He got tapes. He got tapes. This nigga's on audio saying he got tapes and pictures of you and that he can expose it at any time. I'm concerned. I'm gonna want to do something.
After all those speeches in prison where I held you down, and after all those public declarations of allegiance, Joe allegedly pressed send on naughty tapes to a woman he once referred to as his queen. This is where it gets really spicy because she leaked. Joe's now viral observations state bluntly that everyone was already thinking in private, and he sent me a video of him and Claressa performing the Grown Enemies cha-cha. It wasn't my fault, but rather a psychological warfare tactic. Now that Claressa is on full-time defense, she's in interviews and on Twitter, shutting down trolls clean. Remy may have flipped the script. She allegedly leaked the video back into the shadows of the internet just enough to completely destroy Claressa's reputation. It wasn't just a blog post. It came with a press release, and it slid into the ecosystem like a brief graphic ghost. And was untraceable. Use Claressa's phone number spitefully, and don't even pretend it wasn't intentional. The rumored video hasn't been confirmed, but if there's a pattern, it's not just a random theory either. If the accusations of cheating came first, then the direct messages of Claressa's number, is it really that ridiculous to assume that a tape wasn't next? Whether it was retaliation, anger, or some other twisted flex of power, it worked. The narrative flipped, and she was able to repair her reputation while avoiding disrespect as if it were a right hug. It seems like Remy got the last laugh, or at least the last blow so far, but let's talk about why this story touched so many people. It wasn't just about cheating because of leaked tapes. It was about black love, the kind that people grew up supporting and idealizing. Nothing stays buried in this drama. So Claressa went from being a side chick to looking at what your man is doing now.
Just popped up with this negligee on. I was like, this is gonna happen on a night that I'm extremely tired. But out of nowhere, I just got this boost of energy, you know? And she telling me that.
People refer to Remy and Papoose as iconic. But what happens when a fairy tale breaks? For many black people, love is survival. It's built through trauma, loyalty, and public perception. So when it does, it feels like a betrayal of culture, not just of each other. As a result, people aren't just angry at Remy for allegedly cheating. They're angry that she ruined the image. And they're not angry at Pap for just moving on. Perhaps it's time to stop expecting black couples to represent our shared aspirations. But maybe it's okay for love to be messy and genuine right now. But where do we go from here? Your vacation photos, where she appears to be bikini-clad and bronzed, give the impression that she is unconcerned, even though we all know better. By blaming him for his messy, petty, and public actions, Claressa became a symbol overnight, not only for the other woman, but also for the girl who was able to enter the sacred space without flinching. Although this story lacks a tidy bow and a red tabletop reconciliation, one thing is certain: everyone is watching their next move. From prison proposals to bet, Papoose is doing his quiet daddy duty and rapping heartbreak bars into iPhones. He hasn't confirmed or denied this tape, and staying silent might be his best course of action at the moment. Claressa, on the other hand, is booking gigs, still unbeaten, and clapping back in real time. She went from world champion to cultural lightning rod, and she is holding that belt tight on every level. This story has it all. Was Claressa really the bad guy here, or was she just caught in a toxic crossfire? Did Papoose play the long game to win sympathy, or was he just a hurt man making bad decisions? Should Remy have kept the phone receipts to herself, or was public retaliation the only way she felt heard? Please share your thoughts in the comments section, and don't be afraid to hit the like and subscribe buttons for more honest and genuine drama breakdowns.